Launching your website is exciting until you realize nobody can actually find it on Google. That's the wall a lot of people hit, and I ran into it myself while working on one of my own projects. Around the same time, a friend asked me the same question I was already struggling with. Is there a tool that actually makes SEO easier without feeling like an unsolvable puzzle? That search kept leading me back to Moz, and I'd heard the name plenty of times, never gave it a proper try, so I decided to put it to the test. And in this video, I'll share with you exactly what I found, how it works, what tools it gives you, the pricing, and where it really helps versus where it falls short. Alright, so Moz is set up as a dashboard where you can manage the main parts of your SEO all in one place. You get a keyword explorer, which suggests keywords and shows difficulty, search volume, and click potential. There's a site audit tool that scans your pages for technical issues. You can set up rank tracking to follow where your pages land on Google. And you've got a backlink checker that shows who's linking to your site and how strong those links are. These 4 tools, keywords, audits, rankings, and backlinks, are the core of what Moz is built around. And getting started with Moz, very easy. Since it's all browser-based, there is nothing to install. I just signed up, logged in, and kicked off the 7-day trial. All it asked for was my site's URL. Right away, it gave me a snapshot of everything. Technical issues, keywords, backlinks, all laid out on one screen. I'm used to trying to patch that info together from a dozen different spots. Now, I also set up projects for both my site and my friend's shop, and each one had its own dashboard. So it was simple to keep things separate, but still switch back and forth. And what I noticed is Moz kind of grows with you. At first, I focused on just the basics, fixing the errors from the audit, tracking a couple of keywords, but the more I used it, the more detailed the data got. It started surfacing stuff that felt more advanced, but still made sense without a ton of SEO background. So even if you're brand new, you can ease in. And if you stick with it, you'll keep finding layers that help you fine-tune your SEO without getting overwhelmed. Now, let's talk pricing because for a lot of people, this is the make or break part. Moz has 4 main plans, and the difference mostly comes down to how many sites and keywords you want to track. The starter plan is $49 a month or $39 if you pay yearly. That covers 1 user, 1 site, and up to 50 keywords. It also gives you 20,000 crawled pages, which is more than enough if you're just running a single website. Then there's a standard plan at $99 a month or $79 if billed annually. That one bumps you up to 3 sites and 300 keywords, and it adds backlink analysis plus unlimited reports. For me, this is where it starts to feel like a solid setup.
The medium plan is $179 a month or $144 with annual billing.
It lets you track 10 sites and 1,500 keywords, and it unlocks branded reports. If you're freelancing or working with a few clients, this is probably the plan you'd be looking at. And finally, the aptly named large plan is $299 a month or $239 if you go yearly. That covers 25 sites, 3,000 keywords, and 3 users. Clearly built more for agencies or teams managing a whole portfolio of websites. So the pricing scales in a pretty logical way. The more sites and data you need, the higher up you go. And if you're interested in checking out Moz, there's a link down in the description. That'll probably have some promos or discounts there that won't show up if you go to Moz's website directly, so check it out if you're interested. So let's talk about how it felt to actually use Moz, because that's where the pros and the cons tend to show up. On the plus side, the layout feels very straightforward. Even when I got really into it, I wasn't 10 clicks deep in a menu. And I also found the Keyword Explorer surprisingly practical. I usually waste far too much energy chasing the wrong keywords, and it gave me the confidence that I was targeting stuff worth my effort. The site audit gave me a couple of quick wins as well. Things like broken links, missing tags that I could fix right away and see immediate improvement. And instead of drowning me in numbers, the reporting just pointed out, here's what to fix next. So I always knew what my next step was. Now, for the downsides, the weekly rank updates did drag a little. I like checking progress more often, so waiting a week sometimes felt a little slow. And while Moz is simple overall, it did still take me a bit of time to figure out where to find everything. Once I got the hang of it, it was fine, but there is a bit of a learning curve. Now, the big comparison people ask about is Moz versus SEMrush, since they're both like the big, well-known SEO tools. And from my experience, the main difference is focus. SEMrush feels like a full marketing suite. It goes way beyond SEO into paid ads, social media tracking, even market research. It makes it powerful, but also a lot to take in. It can feel like overkill for a smaller site. Moz, on the other hand, is focused squarely on SEO. And because of that, the interface feels cleaner and it's easier to stick with. One thing I appreciated was the unlimited schedule reports on Moz's standard plan. SEMrush does not give you that unless you move up to the higher tiers. So if you're running a solo project or a small business, I think Moz just fits better because you won't be paying for extra features you're not using. If you're part of a large team that's juggling SEO, ads, social all together, then SEMrush makes a lot more sense. Just be ready for the higher cost and a steeper learning curve. So after spending time with Moz, it really is one of the easier SEO tools to actually stick with. It doesn't try to do everything. It stays with the core pieces of SEO and lays them out in a way that makes sense, even if you're new to it. For me, the biggest value was in the guidance it gave. I didn't feel like I was guessing which keywords to chase or wasting time fixing the wrong issues. The reports pointed me in the right direction so I can make genuine progress. Now, it's not perfect. The weekly rank updates felt a little slow, and if you're the type who wants massive amounts of data, you might outgrow it eventually. But for smaller sites or anyone just starting to take SEO seriously, Moz hits that perfect nice balance between simplicity and useful depth. So if you're looking for a tool that helps you improve your SEO without overcomplicating things, Moz is worth checking out. And if you do want to give it a shot, check that link in the description. We can usually get you some promo deals that'll save you more than signing up directly through the site. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. And if you got any questions about Moz or SEO tools in general, drop those in the comments. I try to answer as many as I can. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.